Today's worst day on the web. With Danny and Dusty on Odyssey and 1080 The Fan.
That sucks.
Allen Iverson is one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. I love Allen Iverson. AI, the jean-sagging, do-ragging, gun-toting, dope-smoking phenom who's going to take over the NBA one corner at a time, as SI's article when he was drafted out of Georgetown and during his rookie season put it. That is one I will never forget. The lead to that article of Allen Iverson, the jean-sagging, do-ragging, gun-toting, dope-smoking phenom who's taking over the NBA one corner at a time.
That's there's a lot there.
Yes, there was. But Allen Iverson was one of the most electric players in the NBA. Think of the teams that the team that he took the NBA Finals in Philadelphia. I mean, he was incredible. And at his size and the physicality that the game was played with at that point in his career, he was getting to the rim. He wasn't the outside shooter. He was a creator, and he was phenomenal. Whether, who are on those teams? Eric Snow and Jeff McGinnis.
Yeah, exactly. Who were on those teams?
Was
it Theo Ratliff still there?
I think was
he gone?
Maybe Mutombo on one of those teams too in Philly. It was AI. And the Philadelphia 76ers have honored Allen Iverson with quite possibly the tiniest statue that has ever been unveiled. And this is the question that pops into mind. At what point is your statue turned into an insult? Because Allen Iverson is taller than his statue in front of the Philadelphia 76ers practice facility. I'm not kidding. 6'1" AI is taller than his statue.
Yes.
It's about a 3-foot statue. It looks like something that a college football team would get for winning a rivalry game.
Well, and like even the podium, even with the statue sitting on a podium, Allen Iverson is still taller than it.
Rightfully so. The big hubbub on social media is that the 76ers are getting roasted for it. Now,
and deservedly so.
I think that there's levels to this, because remember the Ronaldo airport in Portugal that he got?
Yes.
Where it looked nothing like him.
Nothing like him.
It looked more like the melted-faced courtroom sketch of Tom Brady than it did actually Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes.
But that would be a statue where you go, no. Insulting. The AI statue is actually really good, just very tiny.
Yes,
very tiny. And the thing that gets me is that there's a video, and you posted this at 1080 The Fan on X or Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
But that they have all of the other greats and statues of them. They've got a Wilt Chamberlain statue around. They got a Billy Cunningham statue. Did not realize Maurice Cheeks was statue worthy, but he has one. Dr. J obviously has one. Moses Malone, Charles Barkley, the greats of the Philadelphia 76ers. They all have a statue in front of their practice facility. All of them seem much larger than the AI one.
Yeah, okay, so I wasn't the only one that picked up on that. That wasn't just me taking crazy pills.
No. Are they life size? Absolutely not.
Right.
But even to scale, the AI statue is dwarfed in all of this. One thing I do love is that they brought AI back into the fold, though, because for the longest time, he wasn't.
Right.
And I think that so much has changed in AI being regarded as, I don't know if Allen Iverson gets the respect that he deserves as being as prolific as he was.
Right. No, you're not wrong. And what's amazing too is that you go on, and even after he moved off from the 76ers, and it's like, oh, that's right, he was a Denver Nugget. He was a Detroit Piston.
Yeah.
In those later days, it's like picturing Patrick Ewing in an Orlando Magic uniform.
Well, or Dikembe Mutombo in a Philadelphia 76ers uniform. Do you think he gets the statue? Do you think that Dikembe Mutombo gets the statue eventually?
Wagging the finger.
Now, we were talking about that that team that went to the NBA Finals.
Mm-hmm.
And you were right. Theo Ratliff was on that team. He started 50 games for the 76ers. That team that went to the finals did have Mutombo.
Aaron McKee.
34-year-old Dikembe Mutombo. It had Allen Iverson, Theo Ratliff, Eric Snow, Mutombo, George Lynch, Aaron McKee. Tony Kukoc was on that team. Played what? Tony Kukoc played on that 76ers team. Tyrone Hill, Vernon Maxwell at 35 years old came off the bench.
Vernon.
Kevin Ollie, national champion coach.
Yeah.
Kevin Ollie was on that team. That is not a team that is an NBA Finals team.
That is built for the finals. No.
Not with 34-year-old Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah.
So AI averaged 31 points per game. The next closest was Theo Ratliff at 12.4.
Oh, wow.
Then Dikembe Mutombo averaged 11. Aaron McKee averaged 11 as well. That was an NBA Finals team.
That's bananas. I didn't realize the disparity there. He literally took that team to the finals by himself.
And just think of this. He did it shooting 32% from three. You know?
Yeah.
Like he only averaged 4 threes a game. He was not a 3-point shooter, and he was only in 6'1" was his listed height. You know, like this was back when in the NBA, like AI, is he 5'11", 6 feet? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, he could have told him whatever the hell he wanted to, but Allen Iverson, 11-time All-Star, 4-time scoring champ, 3-time steals champ, and 7-time All-NBA. Dude was incredible. And he has the tiniest statue I've ever seen. It really does. It looks like something that Georgetown would give out for a rivalry game that they play.
Yeah. Can I ask something else too?
Sure.
What I thought was strange about this, it's not out. It's at. They're outside the practice facility.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just, I mean, you know, I don't know. Like, don't you do the statues outside the arena?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been to the arena in Philly, so I wouldn't know what that situation is.
Well, but it seems like most player statues and you know, honors of that sort, I guess I just took for granted that it seemed like they were always outside of the stadium or arena or what have you, and not at the practice facility.
Do the Blazers need statues? That text coming on the fan text, the Vancouver Ford text line.
Do they need all the banners they have hanging in the rafters either? And all of those retired numbers?
Probably not.
So I think there we go.
I think retiring the number is enough. We have so many retired numbers in Portland.
So many retired numbers.
But and look,
and there's one number that's been retired twice, right?
Yeah, 30.
Yeah.
30. The great number 30, retired twice by the Portland Trailblazers.
TP and Bobby was it Bobby Gross?
I think that sounds right. That sounds right.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to roll with that. That is fact.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Who would be the first Blazer that gets a statue, though? That's the question.
I mean, do you go chronologically or do you go in order of like importance?
I think
there
in Portland we're so weird in this,
and we're going sentimentality too.
We hold things in such high regard here, character-wise, right? Like I probably would say, because it's so late in the game, the first one that Portland would do would probably be like Maurice Lucas.
Okay.
You do a Maurice Lucas statue with all like the Maurice Lucas award winners kind of around it.
Okay.
And then you go from there, you go Bill Walton, Clyde Drexler, Dame.
Is that where you start getting into your Jerome Kersey's? Also for the sentimental aspect and what he meant here? And maybe like a duck.
Yeah.
You know?
Just the entire 1992 team.
Look, I mean, that was the heyday.
Yeah.
That was the heyday.
I mean, you go The three, I mean, obviously the three guys that are statue worthy here are Walton, Drexler, and Lillard.
Yes.
I mean, those guys
In terms of on-court play.
Yes. 100%. Then you go, maybe they take a page out of the Philly playbook where you have your big statues and then you have your little statues. Where, like, give B. Roy a tiny little statue.
Your big statues and then your participation trophies.
That's right. That's right. But I think those three would be, and then Dr. Jack. Dr. Jack getting a statue would be awesome.
Yes. As long as you can incorporate the, a plaid sport quote in there somehow in pants.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures of, the great statues of Italy, right? Where you got like Michelangelo's statues and stuff, and the detail that was in that. Like they have like sheets. If modern statue makers cannot put plaid on it, then I think that we're in some trouble here.
Valid point.
I think we can do that with certainty. I think we can find a way to get the plaid in there. Bill Schonely statue?
Yeah.
Get a Sean statue?
Yeah, that's definitely necessary. He's got to be one of the. I think if you got to go with the top five, Mount Rushmore +1, you got to go with Walton, Clyde, Dame, Jack, and Sean's.
I think that's a good little.
I think that's a good starting five.
Place to start.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Dr. Jack needs to have a fat cigar too. That's a great text.
Yeah.
That's like the Red Auerbach statue in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
I went and saw that, and he's got a big old fat stogie. Yeah, have the fat stogie in there too. Let's go. This one says Portland has more retired numbers that are the same number than they do championships. That's sad. That's also very true.
That's also very true.
That's a factual statement. 30 is retired twice, 1 championship. And the Mariners have the Dave Niehaus statue, broadcaster statue. I mean, you don't need a reason, like a precedent for a Bill Schonely statue. The dude coined Rip City, for God's sakes.
Right?
I think that's enough.
Yeah.
It's the identity of Portland.
He spawned jerseys. City-themed jerseys.
Yeah.